Hey everybody, thank you for all being here to celebrate my Bar Mitzvah. Today is a really meaningful day for me, and it's incredible to be surrounded by all of you, my family, friends, and community. As you might have noticed, I'm not turning 13 today. Here's why I'm celebrating my Bar Mitzvah now. My family moved to Victoria 2 years ago, and my mom and Bubby were looking for a place to connect with Judaism. When they walked into the Chabad Center that September, they immediately knew it was a place where they wanted to connect spiritually and become part of the community. The warmth of Rabbi Kaplan and the incredible community made them feel like they had a Jewish home here in Victoria. They invited me to join, and boy, did I like it. What I like most about being a part of this community is realizing that there's so much more to life than what you see on the surface. Since I started learning with Rabbi Kaplan and listening to his talks, I've realized that life isn't just about having fun. There's a deeper dimension to living. The deeper meaning gives life purpose, joy, and direction. The idea connects to a lesson I've taken from this week's Parsha. We all know the story of Joseph. He was sold as a slave by his own brothers, who then told their father, Jacob, that Joseph had been killed. Joseph was away from his father, his home, and his land for 22 years. After Jacob's death, Joseph's brothers were worried he would take revenge for how they had treated him. To their surprise, Joseph said, "Am I in place of God? You intend to harm me, but God intended it for good, to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives." Joseph not only forgave his brothers, but he also taught them an important lesson. There's much more to life than what you see on the surface. What might look like a reason for frustration or disappointment often has another layer of meaning and purpose. As I celebrate my Bar Mitzvah today, I remind myself to look beyond the surface of life. There's always something deeper to discover, and through the Torah and Judaism, I hope to infuse my life with meaning, faith, and direction. This brings me to something very, very special about today's celebration. In 1905, exactly 120 years ago, my great-great-grandfather immigrated to Canada. Like many Jewish immigrants at the time, he didn't have much. He brought with him a tallit in a beautiful burgundy bag. This bag was passed down through the generations until it ended up in our home. When I was little, I didn't know what it was. I found the bag in my grandfather's storage and used it as a pillow because it felt very comforting. Only recently, I started to come to shul, and I realized this wasn't just an old bag, it was my great-great-grandfather's tallit. And today, for the first time in 3 generations, I'm wearing it as I celebrate my Bar Mitzvah. Now, I want to take a moment to thank some very important people. To my mom, thank you for everything. You've been my biggest supporter, cheering me on through this whole process. Your love, guidance, and patience has meant so much to me. I couldn't have done this without you, and I'm grateful for everything you do. You've been my go-to person to talk to, do things with, and have fun with my whole life. I can never explain how grateful I am to have you as my mom. I love you. To Abigail, I want to thank you for being an amazing sister and always being sweet and kind most of the time. I love you more than anything, even if I don't always show it. I love you lots. To my Bubby, thank you for always reminding me what really matters: family, tradition, and love. You inspire me every day, and I feel so lucky to have you as my Bubby. To my uncles Jonathan and William, you guys are awesome. Thank you for always being there and for making my life more fun. I'll never forget when I was 9, you guys gave me an Xbox 360, and John even convinced Mom it was perfectly fine for me to play Skyrim. To my friends, thank you for always making me laugh, even when I felt stressed. I'm glad we can celebrate this together. You guys were always there for me. To Rabbi Kaplan, I can't thank you enough for teaching me and preparing me for this day. Just 3 months ago, I didn't even know what an aleph was, and now I'm reading Hebrew and I'm learning about Judaism. I've only just begun, and I look forward to a lifetime of learning. I also can't wait to visit Israel for the first time with my family in March, on a trip led by you. To my tutor Byron, thank you for helping me with these lessons and putting in so much effort to prepare me for this moment. To Joachim, I want to thank you for also helping me out with Hebrew and being an awesome stepdad. Preparing for today wasn't always easy. Learning Hebrew and practicing my Torah portion was definitely a challenge, but with the support of my family and friends and teachers, I made this opportunity. I made it through. Sorry. Standing here today, I feel proud and thankful to have had this opportunity. Thank you for all being here to celebrate this milestone with me. It means so much to have every one of you here. I'm excited for this next chapter of my life, and I'll always remember the love and support you guys have showed me, even if I messed up a little bit in my speech. Thank you all, and Shabbat Shalom.